iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here, race fans, tonight to the Darlington Raceway. The Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series presented by Red Light Racing have rolled in to this beautiful, historic raceway. It is the Nathan Grossi Memorial here tonight at the Darlington Raceway. Tonight, we race in honor for Nathan Grossi, who unfortunately lost his battle with addiction at the age of 29. Nathan was focused, a fun and loving uncle who was attending and focused on school, an electrician. In his off time from school, he would come over to the home and play with gifts, toys, bring candy for little Jason. The two would play for hours, making memories that would last a lifetime for the family. Tonight, we race in Nathan's name as he lost his battle with addiction. Tonight, though, is also Nathan's birthday. He would be 33 years of age here tonight, as his brother, Brian Bianchi, tonight will take his Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe machine up against these drivers here of the Scrambler Series. Let's take a quick moment here at the Darlington Raceway and remember, not only a fan, but a friend and a family here to all the drivers of the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series. With that being said, we are ready to go racing here tonight, race fans. Qualifying underway, and it looks like currently the provisional pole setter, well, he hails out of the state of South Carolina. We'll see if his lap time here tonight of a 29.3 second lap will hold. Old Richard Murdoch right now is sitting here on top of the pylon. This track, we talked about it. It is one of the best tracks on not only the iRacing.com platform, but in real life. The Grand National Series, the NASCAR Series, the Top Tier Cup Series, the Truck Series, and the Xfinity Series all have been here to this historic track. This track is a 1.3 mile four-turn. It is banked all over the place. Front straightaway, 3 degrees of banking. Turns 1 and 2, 25 degrees of banking. A lot of these drivers are going to be able to flat-foot it here tonight. Turns 3 and 4, they are very tricky. It's tighter than turn 1 and 2, so that has only 23 degrees of banking. And the back straightaway, 2 degrees of banking here tonight. We will see, as it is very tight out there, which one of these drivers will be able to handle this tricky track here in Darlington. Does look like qualifying is in the books here tonight for the Nathan Grossi Memorial 90. Now let's head down trackside here. and see what the starting lineup will look like. Starting lineup brought to us by our friends over at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, and this is how the front row is set. Setting quick time here tonight, living just down the road by a couple of hours, driving the Adventure and Pixel 01 machine. This is Richard Murdoch. The heads outside, driving car number 42, hailing out of Canada. This is Max Terriol. And starting back in row number 2, P number 3, driving the number 64, Chevrolet, it's the alien of Jason Wells. James Skellin, also residing in the great state of South Carolina. He will roll off from position number 4 here tonight, while the driver out of Massachusetts, driving car number 11, this is Sean Single, he'll go from P number 5. 6th position here tonight, driver out of Tennessee, driving car number 62 of Ethan Troutman, will go P number 6. Starting 7th, another one of those South Carolina drivers here tonight, the 923, the Rev Esports driver of Blake Timmons will roll off 7th, and the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe. Number 14, a Brian Bianchi will roll from the 8th spot, while Michael Tremarthen gap P number 9. Rounding out the top 10, the driver out of Canton, Michigan, driving the number 98, Full Throttle Racing. This is Ryan O'Donnell. Starting back into the 11th position, driver out of Florida, driving car number 10, this is Tim Plum. Brandon Minto, the Yeet Machine, will start back there in 12th position. Starting 13th on the starting lineup here tonight, Joe Strano in car number 43, the Strano Brothers Racing 43 will go 13th. Tim Combs out of Ohio will go 14th, while DJ Anderson, driving car number 51, goes 15th. 16th, the Travis Minto, 17th will be the number 4. The JTG number 4 of Jeffrey Souza goes in 17th. 18th will go to Joshua Buckley, while Brandon Feeney goes 19th. Tony Strano will sit there going into the 20th position. It's already his fault here tonight. 21st to Dave Bragg. Kevin O'Brien back in 22nd. 23rd, and a lot of ground to make up here tonight. Driving car number 24 is Zach Mitchell. Chris Hammett, whoa, terrible qualifying effort here for the driver of car number 6. He'll have to start all the way back there in P24. Rob Higgins of the Higgins Hill Racing Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 40 will go 25th, while Tim Williams will go 26th. Bruce Potter is 27th. How about the Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 41 of Bob Higgins going 28th, and Kyle Souza missing the call to the grid, but he was scheduled to go 29th here tonight. That is your starting lineup brought to us by the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. Coming in to the green flag restart zone here tonight in the Nathan Grossi Memorial Race. It'll be Richard Murdoch, the Adventure in Pixel 01. Green flag is in the air. Here we go. They're going to race it to turn number 1. It will be Murdoch to the outside, Max Terrell to the inside, who will come out of turn number 1 and 2, though, with the race lead. Murdoch going to storm ahead as he takes the outside lane. He takes the outside lane, Max Terrell, James Skelton, and then it will be the 64, Jason Wells. Everybody single file up in front here, as you'd have to go all the way to, I believe that was Blake Timmons just made the pass on Ethan Troutman. Everybody pretty much going single file except for Tony Strano. There's DJ Anderson also side by side. Lap number 1 tonight going to go in the books. It will be Richard Murdoch leading lap number 1. But look at the battle back here. Joshua Buckley, Brandon Feeney, and Tony Strano. Strano going to take the Victory Junction number 3 to the outside there. Brandon Feeney had to hit the hooks just a little bit. That's going to slow the momentum. Oh, one car down to the inside there. Is that the 184, the Jim Beam entry here tonight? That is going to be Kevin O'Brien, the Australian. He will go to the bottom side of the speedway, and he is going to go all the way back to 28th spot here. He was inside the top 20, now looking in 28th. Murdoch still the race leader. Everybody has already gone single file here tonight, trying to log some laps. 90 laps is the distance here. Murdoch riding right up against the top side. Right on board, a Red Light Racing onboard camera with the driver out of South Carolina, the Adventure in Pixel 01. As they work down the back straightaway. See everybody just riding. This is going to come down to, I believe, what will be a fuel mileage and tire strategy race here tonight. See which driver can play it the best. See that everybody down the back straightaway snaking around, chasing Richard Murdoch, who is out front, who has already led 3 laps. He'll come by this time. He will complete lap number 4 as the race leader. As we work lap number 5, Sean Single looking like he might try to make the move here on Brandon Minto in that get-up Chevrolet. Sean Single going to back off just a little bit. Try to get a little breathing room and make his attack. You don't want to be sucked up right underneath one of these trucks. Of course you do. Want to try and get the draft off the truck in front of you. As you actually already see, Brandon Minto looks like he has been into the wall. Now Sean Single's in the wall. Here comes Joe Strano. Strano going to bring the road rage accessories, number 43, down to the inside of the 11 of Sean Single. He will now take that spot. Sean Single has some right front damage to that Rev Esports BK Paints, orange and blue, number 11. Joe Strano has now picked up that 11th position as Sean Single has fallen back 7 spots here tonight. Tony Strano up against the outside wall. His brother just had good fortune on somebody else hitting the wall, and now Tony Strano having the opposite of his brother. He has now gone up into the wall, and he is fading. He has already lost the positions he has gained. Chris Hammond, Zach Mitchell both have gotten around him. Brandon Minto, though, is sitting there in the 8th position. There's the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe, number 14. Brian B. Yankee, he has now just lost 2 positions. Oh, contact just up ahead of him. That was Ryan O'Donnell making contact with the number 5 of Brandon Minto. Minto now to the outside as Ryan O'Donnell in the Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry gets around him. So Ryan O'Donnell now into the 8th position. Brandon Minto trying to fend off some of these drivers. One driver up into the outside wall. That's the 2 of Michael Trevarthen. He tried to knock down turns 1 and 2. Didn't quite work. His truck keeps going, but there's going to be damage on that number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. There you see him. They just split him 3 wide. That was the 19 of Travis Minto and the 13 of Joshua Buckley. There's the 6 of Chris Hammett. It may not be technically throwback night here tonight in the Nathan Grossi Memorial Race, but I can tell you there's some awesome paint schemes out here, especially like that 24 of Zach Mitchell, throwing it back to the DuPont Chevrolet days for Jeff Gordon. I believe a time or 2 they did get to run that in the Craftsman Truck Series back in the day, but the one that really sticks out to me, and it's the driver of this number 6 Miracle Grow entry here tonight, the driver out of the Mid-Atlantic states, Chris Hammett. That's the Carl Edwards paint scheme. Nobody will ever forget Cousin Carl doing backflips when he wins. Chris Hammond always having some Mark Martin throwbacks or Carl Edwards throwbacks. Drew a blank there for a second as I was looking at the scoring pylon. Brian B. Yankee still under attack, trending backwards here, qualified inside the top 10. And that Culpeppers Bakery Cafe looks like it's been into the wall, and somebody has been into the back of that number 14 here tonight. So Bianchi in that Culpeppers entry. That Ford F-150 is not looking so hot here tonight. Travis Minto in that pink Chevrolet, now going to go up into the outside wall. Flyboy right there out of Norman, Oklahoma. Getting some contact with the wall. Look at it, the whole nose clip of that Silverado has now been pushed in here. And there's still a very long race to go here tonight. With that damage, we're going to have to see how he makes out the rest of the way. His brother, though, Brandon Minto, still under attack. Showing some good speed in that Get-Up Chevrolet. But how about this? The man that's out front, the Adventure in Pixel 01, he has the quickest truck on the track. So Murdoch could come across here. He's already led 12 laps, and I believe if we look at Murdoch's stats that we have coming into this evening, he has 5 starts so far this season, 1 top 5, 1 top 10. His average finish is 13.6. Laps led coming in, 0. 0 laps led this season for Richard Murdoch, and tonight he's already led 12. He is the fastest truck on the speedway. James Skelton also the second fastest truck. See the driver out of South Carolina, who still did not do this, according to our crew back there. James Skelton got the Carolina Elite Real Estate Machine out here tonight. See him running in P number 3. Wells is sitting back here quietly in 4th, and Blaine Timmons, driver out of Florence, South Carolina, is sitting there in the 5th position. Talk about who's the biggest mover of the race so far, and it's the youngster. There's the 6. Chris Hammett is the biggest mover. Oh, Culpeppers Bakery, number 14, of Brian Bianchi making contact with the number 51 of DJ Anderson. Now Joshua Buckley going to scoot around to the inside in that checkered flag auto supply, number 13. There you see also the 6 of Hammett going to come along with him. That damage on the number 14 of Brian Bianchi, I think, is just a lot more than what we see here tonight. We talked about Sean Single having a lot of damage. That Culpepper's Bakery and Cafe, you look at him, he has to check up there. It's actually going to pack the air on the nose of number 24 there of Zach Mitchell, and Mitchell then loses the turn on that 24 machine. Chris Hammond diving down to the inside here. He'll take that spot from Joshua Buckley. And look how much that killed the momentum of the 13 truck. Josh Buckley had to check up as the 6 of Hannock got around, and now here comes Zach Mitchell. He'll benefit from that check up. Buckley also having some damage on that Granny Hips Walkers and Kane entry. A lot of movement here. Rhino Donnie going to make a little bit of a battle here, as actually the 11 of Sean Single is able to get around the Rhino Donnie entry. 10 laps ago, that went the other direction when Rhino Donnie got around Sean Single when he was into the wall. Now Rhino Donnie has been into the wall at Turbo Dork Radical Paint's F-150. So Rhino Donnie is back to the 10th position, exactly where he started here tonight. Trevarthen going to go to the inside here with the number 13 of Buckley. He'll make that spot. That's back there for the 18th position. Michael Trevarthen qualified just outside the top 10, or actually just inside the top 10, and then hit the outside wall and went straight backwards like a cinder block falling through water. Now he is trying to bring that Rev Esports BK Paints highlighter green, highlighter yellow entry back up inside the top 15. Has a couple more spots he has to go chase down if he would like to be put back inside the top 15. We'll keep an eye on him as we keep an eye on the race lead. Still sitting at about 0.4 of a second for the driver out of South Carolina. Two South Carolina drivers have that Canadian kind of squished right now. Max Terrell running second. This time by will be 20 laps completely in the books here tonight for Richard Murdoch and the whole crew that are following him. One driver did not take to the starting lineup, and that was car number 7, Kyle Souza, here tonight. So he will not make the call to the grid, and he will be shown out of this race. He will not take a lap here tonight. Unfortunate, because we have both brothers here tonight in the attendance for the Souza family. Now Kyle being out of it. The other brother, though, is sitting right here, and he's looking for more up 6 positions. Oh, one driver into the outside wall. That was the 43 of Joe Strano. Strano just took the Road Rage Accessories number 4 into the outside wall. The driver out of Wisconsin, who had himself a good playoff run a couple seasons ago, also contended at the championship for the SK Modified Series. Was able to pick up 1 win in the SK. That was back at the Phoenix International Raceway. It was like a super speedway for the SK Modifieds. Richard Murdoch still holding about a second gap, half a second gap over Max Terriel. James Skelton is right there, though. Right on board with Max. It'll be 21 laps completed as the race leaders come across the line here tonight. "28 cars still out there on the raceway, looking for that final driver that is on the lead lap right now. That's the driver of Bruce Potter, the driver out of Alabama here tonight in that Ford Quick Lane entry. You see him sitting there. He is running 28th and a lot of damage on that Ford F-150. See him going down into 1 and 2. Where's the race leader? There is your race leader, Richard Murdoch. So right now, Bruce Potter is trying to throw everything virtually out of his sim cockpit to try and possibly get a caution flag here, as a couple drivers already will be coming to pit road. Here comes Brandon Feeney, the Liquid Motley K1 Graphics entry, the driver out of Ontario, Canada. Races with the Ontario Legends. They'll bring her to pit road along with Travis Minto. So they're the first drivers to come to pit road. Looks like they are on that three-stop pit strategy here tonight. We'll see if anybody can try and stretch it to make a two-stop. There you see it does look like Max Terrell has closed in now on Richard Murdoch. I don't know if Murdoch was reaching down, maybe trying to dial some brake bias in that number 01 machine, maybe possibly getting ready to come to pit road. One driver coming down. Here's the Get-Up Chevrolet, the driver out of Norman, Oklahoma. Bringing down the 24 of Zach Mitchell. So they will go to 45 miles an hour is the pit road speed here tonight at the Darlington Raceway. So 4 drivers have been on pit road. Here comes some more. And it looks like Bruce Potter, Bob Higgins will come to pit road. Battle for the race lead. You're looking at it. 3 cars and, well, 1 other car. Who's the other car? That's the 38 of Brandon Feeney. He is down currently 2 laps to the race leader. First truck that has come to pit road and come back out onto the racing surface. Chris Hammett, Michael Trevarthen also coming to pit road here on lap number 27. And now Max Terrell will come to pit road. That's incorrect. That's Richard Murdoch actually coming from the race lead. There you see Murdoch. There you see Skelton. They are coming to pit road. Tim Blum is joining them. Ryan O'Donnell, Joe Strano. Pit road is becoming the busy place. 4 tires and fuel for Chris Hammett. 4 tires and fuel for the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. Where's the race leader? Well, he's getting ready. He will come to pit road this time by. Here comes the 42, Max Terrell, and here comes Blade Timmons. He's got to stay right with the race leader. Pit road's getting really busy right now. Everybody coming to pit road. So as everybody comes to pit road here on lap number 28, that will leave Tim Williams, and no, he's coming to pit road. Joshua Buckley will come to pit road behind him in the Granny Hips, Walkers, and Canes entry. So everybody coming down. Who will take over the race lead? That's what I'm wondering. Timing and scoring about to get very, very busy and jumpy, just like the pit road crews. One driver staying out. It looks like he actually missed pit road. That's the 31 of Dave Bragg, and I'm not sure if that truck is up to full song and dance. It looks like that truck is sputtering as he comes down the back straightaway. He'll be able to come to pit road, but that truck is out of fuel. He's weaving it back and forth down the back straightaway, trying to get the fuel to the pickup. This time, driver out of Peterborough, Ontario, will come to pit road. That should turn things back over, if I'm reading it right, to Richard Murdoch. Old Murdoch should be the race leader here, and then it should be James Skelton, Max Terrell as they come across the line. That's exactly how it's going to look. Just waiting to see who the rest of these drivers are inside the top 5. It'll be Timmons, yep, sitting there in 5th. Brandon Minto back in 6th. And look at the big mover here under the green flag pit cycle. Car number 24 of Zach Mitchell. He's now up 16 spots here tonight. Wells is going to fall to the 8th spot. Sean Single in 9th, and Jeffrey Souza will pick up the 10th position here tonight. Here comes that Ream Chevrolet, though, of Ethan Troutman. He is just outside the top 10, and look who he is bringing along. The Miracle Grove machine. There you see Chris Hammett lurking into the background. Always one of the fast competitors here on Monday night. Started out on the Thursday night with the SK Modified Tour and has since left the SK Modified Tour and has started to run more big circle oval track stuff. So he finds himself here with the Scrambler series. Joshua Buckley on pit road for an extensive period of time. He is now coming back out. It looks like Bruce Potter has also had some issues here tonight. He will take it to pit road. We're see if we can get a report out of the 59 Cruise camp, see what happened to Bruce Potter. As we're under this long green flag run here on lap number 33. Of course, tonight's race is in Nathan Grossi's name. Of course, today would be his birthday. 33 years of age he would be. as Murdoch will lead lap 33 here tonight at the stripe. Looking like Murdoch trying to check the times last time by. Let's put it up. Last time by, lap times there. Identical times for the two top spots there. There you see a 29.6 for Richard Murdoch, a 29.6 also for Skelton, as they are the fastest two. Sean Single also matched the race leaders' times, with Souza actually turning a little bit faster lap, but he does have fresher tires than the race leaders. That time by, look at it. James Skelton was the fastest truck out of your top drivers, out of your whole top five. One driver into the wall there. I believe that was the 14 of Brian Bianchi, the Cold Peppers Bakery and Cafe driver. Getting up into the outside wall there on lap number 35. Able to corral it, but serious damage now on the right-hand side. You can see the tire now poking out from the fender. It's separated from the front bumper. You can see the tire hanging. He is battling with Rob Higgins there, fourth position back there in that other truck. That is Tim Blum. Tim Blum is not battling him for position. Tim Blum is sitting in the fourth position right now. Oh, called about a little over 3 seconds behind the race leader of Richard Murdoch. One lap, it's Richard Murdoch the fastest. The next lap, James Skelton's the fastest. And then Max Terrill is sitting right there. He actually, last time by, was quicker than James Skelton. He does have the draft for James Skelton's number 86 Toyota out front, punching the hole in the air. Skelton a little bit too far back, though, to get Richard Murdoch's draft. The lead sits at about 1.4 seconds of a gap deficit. What a run it's been for this driver, though, the driver out of Minnesota. The 24 of Zach Mitchell with a terrible, terrible qualifying effort here tonight. And he's already picked up 15 spots, and we're not quite to the halfway point home here tonight. And you can tell he's been into the outside wall with the Darlington stripe already. How many more times can he go up into the outside wall and still have a fast truck here tonight? That's the question that everybody was asking, is how many times can I hit the outside wall? How many times can I flirt with the lady in black? How many times can I dance with her before I step on her left foot and she takes my truck from me tonight? The 4 of Souza will look to the inside here now on Zach Mitchell. Of course, Souza did pit back on lap number 28, while Zach Mitchell, he short pitted that stint going on lap number 25, which gave him all the track position that he did have. Of course, now on the longer run here, he is starting to fade backwards. You probably look to see him down pit road here in about another 10 to 15 laps for him. The field will definitely come in 15 laps. But when will we see Zach Mitchell bring that Rainbow DuPont Chevrolet back to pit road for the second time this evening? Joe Strano, DJ Anderson running 12th and 13th respectively on the grid. Looks like Ryan O'Donnell also coming into the frame here. Brandon Minto's right behind him, so 4 trucks pretty close together here. Got a big gap back then to Michael Trevarthen, who's got Joshua Buckley, who had sat down on pit road for a handful of laps. Right now being scored 3 laps behind the race leaders for the driver of car number 13 here tonight. Now, we talked about the big lead that Richard Murdoch did have. Well, put something out in front of James Skelton and let him try and chase something. That's exactly what Richard Murdoch has done. And now James Skelton has turned up the wick. He is under a second back from Murdoch right now. Murdoch going to scrape the wall going into the corner. And that's exactly where Murdoch is actually a little bit slower entering the corners. He holds the corner exit speed. But now, being that James Skelton is under a second back from him, he does have the draft. Max Terrell has the draft to the 86, and now the 86 has the draft to the 01 of Murdoch. So your top 3 drivers drafting here tonight. When will James Skelton be able to run down Richard Murdoch? under this long green flag run here tonight. We got to thank all the fans that have tuned in, whether you're watching us live on Facebook.com on the Turn 3 Racing Network, or if you're watching us live on the Turn 3 Racing Network YouTube page. Hit the thumbs up, give it a like, also hit the subscribe button, smash the bell, get the notifications anytime the Red Light Racing Series goes live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's Monday night with the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series, or whether it is the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series. That's right, open-wheeled asphalt modifieds. The modifieds that rumble on the asphalt, they're also here on Thursday night, so you can catch more Red Light Racing action this week when the modifieds come to town. Next time by, we will be halfway home in this one. It has been clean. It has been green. Well, I say clean. Clean enough that we haven't seen the dreaded old yellow flag being waved here tonight. I don't want to say clean as in everybody's truck is clean, because that's not true. Somebody losing a motor out there. I believe that was the 59 of Bruce Potter. His crew is trying to get it fixed, but it sounds like the motor has now expired. Brandon Minto coming to pit road. And you can tell he's been into the outside wall a number of times with that Chevrolet. I believe this will be a very short pit here tonight. He'll have to pit at least one more time before the end of this one. Murdoch staying out, but he's got company looking out his back door. About four, maybe 4.5 car lengths back to James Skelton. And Max Terrell is actually really closed in now on the back bumper of the 86. A couple more drivers coming to pit road. Michael Trevarthen and Brandon Feeney coming to pit road here. Jason Wells brings the number 64 Alienware machine to pit road, so he'll drop through the timing and scoring now, but he will have a full tank of fuel and 4 fresh Goodyear Racing Eagles. Here comes the 19 of Travis Minto. He'll peel off the racetrack. There's the race leader stormed by him out of turn number 4. It'll be 48 laps, and all but 5 have been led by the driver of that adventure in Pixel 01. Oh, and Murdoch going to be into the wall. It's going to check up the 86 of Skelton. Now they are literally nose to tail for the race lead. Here comes James Skelton. Here comes Max Terrell. Looks like Murdoch has had enough. He'll peel off. He'll come to pit road here on lap number 49. He'll give up the race lead. James Skelton will come by this time. He'll lead his first lap of the evening. So as James Skelton comes to pit road, a lot of drivers coming down pit road. There's the 6 of Chris Hammett. He'll stop in his box. He will get his service done. Here comes the Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 40 of Rob Higgins in that Higgins Hill Racing entry. Here comes the 43 now of Joe Strano. He comes to pit road. Your race leaders here on lap number 50, they will not come to pit road. They do not think it is time just yet to come to pit road. So Murdoch will have the advantage, the jump on them tire-wise in the early stint of this next run. But who will have it on the later run here tonight at Darlington? We have seen time so far drop off about 2 to 2.5 seconds over a tire run here tonight. So we'll see if that holds true. Zach Mitchell has now come to pit road. You see the timing and scoring really starting to shake itself up. Max trying to save a little fuel there as he gets behind the 86 of Skelton. Closest battle on the raceway, and it is for the race lead. Well, we can tell you nobody's been popped by the pit road police here tonight so far, as we've had one full set of green flag pit cycle. Can we make it through this set? Skelton is still the race leader. As he is our race leader. Now Blade Timmons has decided to come to pit road. There you see him coming to pit road. And James Skelton now will peel off. He will come to pit road here on lap number 53. Lap 53, he comes down, handing the race lead over to Max Terrill. He'll lead that time by at the stripe. He will get a bonus point. DJ Anderson, or sorry, that's actually Sean Single and Tim Blum coming to pit road. Souza will stay out here. Souza trying to get a lap led. Last time he was down on pit road was lap number 28. Here comes the race leader, Max Terrill. The Storm from the North will now blow into pit road. So will Souza come to pit road? He will not. It looks like he is going to stay out. So the driver out of Somerset will now lead here tonight, leading his first laps of the evening. Every bonus point will count. Remember, Souza last season pointed his way all the way to the championship four, coming up one spot shy of winning a title. He came in as the underdog. That program over the last couple of seasons has really turned a corner, showing that he can compete at the front of these fields. He always is kind of off strategy with the race leaders, and it looks like that's exactly what he's doing here tonight. Max Terrill has crashed, I'm being told. Something happened to the 42 of Max Terrill. What happened to the 42? He's down on the apron there. Well, let's take a look back here, though, and check what happened. You see him coming out of pit road. 4 tires and fuel. He was the race leader when he came to pit road. He just lost the cold tires trying to come up through the gears on the apron. It's very slick, and of course with cold tires it does not help at all. Souza coming to pit road this time though, and Troutman now will lead tonight here at the Darlington Raceway. So as the driver out of Tennessee takes the top spot, I'm looking to see where your drivers that are all cycling through here. There is Richard Murdoch. He will be the race leader. He should have about 5.5 second race lead when he does take over that top spot. Here comes Troutman. It looks like he will be looking possibly, or actually that's just the difference in speeds that I'm watching on our timing and scoring loop. It's about 143 miles an hour for Richard Murdoch down on the corner, about 132 by the time Troutman gets that truck to turn. Will he bring the Ream Chevrolet to pit road this time? He does dive off on the back straightaway, as pit road is one of the trickiest positions, or trickiest pit roads to position your truck in. So now that he comes to pit road, there you see the 184 of Kevin O'Brien also in front of him. That will turn it back over if you didn't look at the timing and scoring. It will be Richard Murdoch. So Murdoch back to the top spot with James Skelton, Tim Blum, Jason Wells, and Blade Timmons. Your top 5 drivers here. Max Terrill, after his blunder on the apron there, has fallen back to the 7th spot. He's 1 spot behind Sean Single. Souza, who, remember, came down to pit road on lap number 56, one of the last drivers to come to pit road. He was the last driver other than Troutman, who is falling, well, down through the timing and scoring charts like crazy right now because he has just come out of pit road. So Souza on the freshest tires. We're going to see how far he can climb his way. Call it 8th here when we started this round and see where he falls, or where he gains to, I should say. Murdoch being one of the first drivers along with Wells. Whereas Wells right now, there you see him. He is running in the 4th position. Ryan O'Donoghue has fresher tires, but he is back into the 19th spot. "60 laps completed, under 30 laps to go here He hasn't been able to win a race yet this season. Could he do it here tonight? That Adventure in Pixel 01 entry does have a 4-second deficit. Four seconds for Richard Murdoch, but he is a little bit slower each lap, about 0.2 of a second slower than James Skelton is. There you see Skelton as he works his way off turn number 4. Then it's Tim Blum sitting right there behind him. And the 42 of Max Terra is closing in on that 6th position of Sean Single. Once again, race fans, you're watching the Nathan Grossi Memorial Race here from the Darlington Raceway. 90 laps the distance here tonight, racing in Nathan's name. Nathan, unfortunately, losing his battle with addiction at a very young age. Today, though, he would have been 33 years young. Tonight, we're going to see who will go to victory lane in his name at Darlington, one of the toughest tracks. Murdoch's lead now, down to only 2.2 seconds. That you see the tire fall off. Murdoch came down on lap number 49. Skelton came down on 53. Tim Blum also came on 53. .45 of Tim Williams sitting down on the apron. It looks like his truck will be cleared from the raceway. Does not look like that will bring a caution flag out, but this is what happened to the 45. Oh, Williams tried to make the pass to the inside on Higgins. I don't know if he had a tire down or what. Just stopped on the raceway. Not sure what that was about, but it did not bring a caution flag out. So with 25 to go, it'll be just 24 to go this time by. Look at James Skelton. He is coming. The man on the mission. James Skelton is now within about under a second and a half, actually 1.2 seconds back. So Skelton is the fastest car right now on the speedway. Max Terrell still trying to find a way around that number 11 machine. He's got to Sean Single, but he has not been able to do anything with him. Jason Wells right there also in that Alienware number 64. He is locked in already to the championship chase because he has picked up a win this season. 2 wins to be exact. He won at the Iowa Speedway, as it looks like he's actually going to come to pit road this time by. Wells will come to pit road with just 22 laps to go. He'll be the first driver to come to pit road for 4 tires and fuel. 4 tires and fuel coming as this crew is up on the wall for Jason Wells. Won last week at Iowa, also was able to go to victory lane at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Richard Murdoch this time by, also coming to pit road. So he'll come down as they come to get 21 laps to go. This could be the time that Richard Murdoch has to worry. He wants no caution flag, and he wants to execute a perfect pit stop. Oh, your race leader trying to split the 2 cars there. That was the 86 trying to split Chris Hammett along with, I believe that was the 40, and almost put himself in a bad situation there. Hammett slapped it off the outside wall but kept it going as now all of them coming to pit road. Something happened to James Skelton now. His truck sitting abandoned against the wall as the 10 of Blum and the 6 of Anderson got around him on pit road. Watch this coming to pit road. Skelton sideways down to the bottom. Not sure if he came in just a little too hot, but then all of a sudden, his truck will make a right-hand turn. Chris Hammett just barely missing. Actually, he's going to get a piece of that quarter panel of the 86. Not sure what happened there for James Skelton, if the truck just popped out of gear or not. But now that's your race leader there, Blade Timmons. James Skelton picking up back-to-back championships and now has not locked himself in. Had a very strong truck here tonight. It looked like he was just about ready to lock himself in if he could have picked up a win. But now, we will have to wait and see. Brandon Minto to pit road. Bob Higgins also coming to pit road. Just 18 to go. 18 laps to go for Blade Timmons. Max Terriot right there will take the race lead as Blade Timmons now will come to pit road. Remember, Max had the mishap on pit road, so he is trying now at this point to do everything he can to get back in either, well, try a different sequence to see if he can pull off something maybe a little bit later on. Blade Timmons, Zach Mitchell on pit road right now. Max Terriot, Sean Single, and DJ Anderson have yet to come to pit road, and here's the answer with 17 to go. Max Terriot will peel off here. He'll come to pit road, handing the race lead over to the number 11 now. New race leader, Sean Single here tonight. He'll take a bonus point at the stripe. DJ Anderson also has not come to pit road with 16 laps to go. Blade Timmons, his stop is done. He'll bring back the BK Paints Red Esports Chevrolet back out onto the raceway. Looking at it, and nobody has got popped by the pit road police tonight. I don't know when the last time that has ever happened. No, let's knock on wood real quick here for Sean Single. We don't want to be the guy that puts Sean Single on that hot seat now. DJ Anderson now being scored as our race leader. I do expect DJ Anderson here in the next lap or so to come to pit road. Also, we missed that the 62 of Troutman has not been to pit road either. I'm hearing that he'll be coming in the next handful of laps also to pit road. Who should be cycled through as the race leader? That will be the driver of that 02. But he doesn't have a huge lead over the next truck. It's only about a second and a half would be the distance from Richard Murdoch. As you see Tim Blum back there, he would be the next driver that Murdoch would be racing here tonight. James Skelton a little bit farther back after his mishap entering pit road. There you see Tim Blum now getting around the Ethan Troutman entry. Troutman on a very different pitch strategy here tonight. Not sure if it's a scheduled stop, but Ryan O'Donnell will bring down the turbo door credit for Pete's entry here with 13 laps to go. Ryan O'Donnell, and I believe that's Kevin O'Brien coming to pit road, still awaiting the 51 of DJ Anderson. Last time he came to pit road was lap 55. Lap 69 for Murdoch. You see the straightaway advantage for DJ Anderson. He just put it up into the outside wall going into turn 3 and 4. The tires are used and abused tonight for DJ Anderson. Looking at Richard Murdoch, he is actually being gained on by the number 10, that Classics Hot Sauce number 10. His teammate, Tim Blum, is the fastest truck on the speedway. It'll be 10 laps to go when they come back around here. It'll be the double high five at the line. Can Murdoch hold off the strong charging Hot Sauce machine behind him? We're about to find out. DJ Anderson still out there. I just don't know how long. I'm trying to calculate this out here. And I just do not see how DJ Anderson is going to be able to make this swing here. Okay, down pit road on lap 55. That means he'd have to go 35 laps on fuel. We have not seen anybody go that far, and now it looks like here he comes. DJ Anderson will come to pit road. That'll hand things over to the two drivers that just went around. That'll be the Adventure in Pixel 01 of Richard Murdoch. You see him come by. It'll just be 8 laps to go, but it's only about a half a truck length gap right now. 4. That 01, you can see it. He is right there. Oh, he got loose. 24 got tight down below him there of Zach Mitchell, who was running in the 11th position, now 1 lap down. Murdoch got a little help there by that lap car, getting the 10 truck tight. 1 lap difference in the tires here tonight for the front 2 runners. They have about a 3-second gap over James Skelton right now, so it is a 2-horse race to the finish here. 2 Chevrolets lead the way. Oh, Murdoch gonna scrape the outside wall. Here comes the 10. Tim Blum gonna pounce with just 7 laps to go. He'll nose ahead. He now has the preferred spot up against the outside wall. Now Tim Blum gonna go into the wall. Murdoch gonna be able to battle back on the inside. It'll be a drag race down the front straightaway to see who will lead this lap. Will it be? It will be Tim Blum. Blum will lead at the line, and now he will take the race lead over Richard Murdoch. It's been 2 seasons, I believe, since the 10 truck has gone to victory lane, and now with 6 laps to go, he leads the way, and he is starting to pull away. You see the deficit there between your 2 leaders as they work off turn number 4. This time by, it'll be high five from the flagman. It is just 5 more laps here tonight in the Nathan Grossi Memorial Race here on his 33rd birthday. Can Murdoch rebound? Can he come back here tonight? Or is Tim Blum going to waltz away here tonight with the lady in black? Four more times around the 1.3-mile oval. Can Murdoch cool him off? He's got Ryan O'Donnell back there behind him. He's also got the 24 of Zach Mitchell back there, but they don't look like they are trying to make any passes on that 01. Maybe the 98 of Ryan O'Donnell will be able to push that 01 of Richard Murdoch. Maybe he'll be able to get him back to the Classics Hot Sauce number 10. Caution lights are on. Caution lights are on. DJ Anderson and Joshua Buckley. There is the 13 of Joshua Buckley down on pit road. DJ Anderson in the 51. Rolling away slowly. This is gonna, oh boy. Buckle up, race fans. Things just got a whole lot more interesting here tonight. What happened to Joshua Buckley? Down to the inside and springboard back. Ejecto Cedo for DJ Anderson. Right on board with our checkered flag or red light racing on board camera. talk about wrong place, wrong time. DJ Anderson, that was just the wrong place, wrong time. And how about a curveball here? Drivers coming to pit road. Richard Murdoch, James Skelton, Tim Blum, Ethan Troutman, Jeffrey Souza all come to pit road. Max Terriot will stay out. Richard Murdoch with a 2-tire stop, and he is down and away from his pit stall. So, Murdoch taking 2 tires. Tim Blum putting on 4 with James Skelton, Zach Mitchell. Souza is your wave-around truck, so he's the lucky dog here tonight. Souza will be able to come to pit road, and he will now tag the back of the field. He's sitting in the 10th spot. 3 attempts at a green-white checker, but the question is, well, who's the lead car? That's the 42 of Max Terriot, then it's Jason Wells, Sean Single, and Blade Timmons. All those drivers stayed out. They pitted between laps 68 and 75, so they all have some tires that are a little bit older. Crazy race here tonight on Nathan Grossi's 33rd birthday here at Darlington. And race fans, how about a little more racing? Nothing wrong with a little more racing here on Nate's birthday. And where would be a better place to try and talk about tire strategy and a late race restart? So it will be a green-white checker attempt. We will have 3 of them here tonight if we were to need them. Max Terriot will be on the old tires. He came down on 74. Jason Wells came down on 68, so he's got the oldest out of the front 2. That'll be the 11 of Sean Single on 75 lap old, or came down on lap number 75. Blade Timmons came down on 73. Murdoch came down here to the caution flag on lap 88 and put 2 tires on. We haven't seen anybody put 2 tires on their truck here all night long. And then Tim Blum, James Skelton, Ethan Troutman, and Jeffrey Souza all came down. They put 4 tires on. I don't want to say that old tires here at Darlington normally don't work, but we definitely have not seen tires really work here at Darlington before that are old, used, and abused. We're about to all find out, though. Will Max Terriot or Jason Wells be able to hang on to those really old tires? Will Richard Murdoch be able to make 2 tires work here? Or maybe somebody like Tim Blum or Ethan Troutman. Now, James Skelton has second life also. Maybe somebody that we're not even thinking will be able to win this one here tonight. Green-white checker attempt number 1 coming. Look at Nate. He's going to sit there. He is going to watch this right above our logo on the bottom right-hand side of the screen here the rest of the way tonight. Nathan Grossi looking over all of us here tonight. Everybody back through the gearbox, and it looks like a good start by the drivers on the front row. Who will come out of turn 2, though, with the race lead? Who will lift? Will anybody give way? The 42 is cleared now, the 64, so it'll be Terriot, it'll be Wells, it'll be Single. Where is Murdoch as they roll down the back straightaway? He is still sitting back there in the 4th spot. 1 driver going around there. It looks like that's the 5 machine. Brandon Minto will gather it up. Here comes Murdoch. He is now going to come to the inside. It'll be 1 to go when we come back across the line here. Max Terriot will lead us to the 1 lap to go. Presented by Cole Pepper's Bakery and Cafe, and they're crashing for about the 3rd spot on back. James Skelton, Ethan Troutman, Jason Wells all spinning to the inside. So it'll be Max Terriot down the back straightaway for the final time. Sean Single trying to come out of nowhere here tonight. Can he get it done? Final time into 3 here. Max Terriot will look up. He will see the checkered flag. He will win tonight here in the Nathan Grossi Memorial, and it will be then Richard Murdoch, 2nd, banging doors with the number 11 of Sean Single. So Sean Single will finish third here tonight. Souza will finish in the 4th position. 5th will go to James Skelton unofficially. 7th to Zach Mitchell with the most spots gained. 8th will go to Tim Combs, Brandon Minto, Blade Timmons. All your timing and scoring on the left-hand side of the screen, all unofficial here tonight. Max will get to come by here and do some burnouts for us here tonight. Of course, Nathan overlooking all of our activities and festivities here tonight. There you see Max burning them down here tonight at Darlington. We're going to take a quick step away, and we will get your top 3 finishers here tonight all lined up and ready to go. We will hear from Max Tarot, who wins tonight, Richard Murdoch, and the 42 of Max Tarot. We'll be back after this messages.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Darlington Raceway here tonight for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series for the Nathan Grossi Memorial 90. Nathan would have been 33 years old here tonight, but he lost his battle with addiction a couple years back. Tonight, he overlooked us as we raced here in his name. So let's head down trackside, though, and talk to our podium finishers here tonight. Let's start things off with the driver that finds himself in victory lane. He is no stranger to victory lane, that is for sure. Max, you were able to dance with the lady in black here tonight and pick up another win at Darlington.
Yeah, finally a win at Darlington, and the caution just came out at the right time. I would have been still 4th with a couple of mistakes in the middle of the race, which put me really far behind, and it was really Richard's race to win, and it just happened. I just happened to be on a little bit fresher tires than Sean and Jason on the last restart, and had to make it for 2 laps, and luckily the caution didn't come out.
That caution did come out, though. Walk us through your mind on that final restart here tonight. Were you worried about the fresher tires that were coming?
Maybe Richard, if he had a good run off of 2 on the the next to last lap. But Sean had a good run also and made it too wide with Jason. But I was more worried about the tire spin. It was I just had enough grip to edge Jason on the entry of 1, and then with 1 lap to go, I knew going into 3, I just needed to stay off the wall and keep it straight coming off of 4, and that was it.
That was all it took for you here tonight to pick up your 3rd win. It seems like every other week you and Jason Wells are exchanging wins. He won last week, you win this week. What do you say next week when we go to Watkins Glen?
Yeah, he'll definitely be a contender there. James Skelton and probably Tim Blum. They both can really drive this 87 car. I still haven't found what really makes this car fast on ovals, but maybe it'll be a different story once we get on the road course.
Well, before we let you go here, Max, you pick up your 3rd win, so the red carpet is rolled out, and the microphone is yours.
Yep, a shout out to my girlfriend, my friend Max, and my dad. Also, thoughts to the Grossi family, and it was nice to have him on board tonight for this special race at Darlington. To Josh, James, and Richard for running this Monday Night League, and Checkered Flag Auto Supply for sponsoring this season. So we'll see you guys next week at Watkins Glen.
There you hear it from the driver that has now picked up his third win of the season. He is locked into the championship playoff. He'll race for a championship in a couple of weeks. Finishing in second, and boy, what a heartbreak it must be, Mr. Murdoch. The foundation here tonight crumbled there as that yellow flag came out. You were running second. What was going through your head here?
Well, had we stayed green, I probably still wouldn't have caught Tim. I think I burned my stuff a little too quick on that last run. So, I mean, it's unfortunate. It was a really good race, probably the most dominating performance I've had in red light. So to come up runner-up hurts a little bit, but, hats off to Max. He did what he had to do and was in the places he needed to be. So congrats on a good win to him.
So maybe not the finish you wanted here, but when you look at the overall big picture scale, you're not locked into the championship. Tonight you came in right on the bubble back there, tied for that 12th position. Tonight you will now jump ahead of some of your competitors. You will be inside the top 10. How does that feel when you're going to a couple treacherous tracks coming up here?
It's always nice to have a little cushion, especially, and I know this firsthand, you never know what each week is going to bring. You may end up getting wrecked or, messing up yourself. So to have a little bit of cushion for a mistake here or there, it's nice to have.
It's nice to have, but tonight, second place finish for you. Who made this all possible back home?
First, again, I'd like to give my condolences and thoughts and prayers to the Grossi family. I hope we put on a show worthy of Nathan. Thanks to my buddy who lets me put Adventure and Pixels on my truck and car every week, Jeremy and Katie out there in Colorado Springs, and then my friend Leandra, she tuned in tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed watching the race. My uncle out in California, he's always tuning in. I appreciate it. My dad and brother up in Chester, South Carolina. Hope I put a good show on for y'all. And then here in Somerville, Doug Robertson, Frank Franklin, my Uncle Steve, and my kids for letting me have a couple hours every Monday night to come here and have a good time with everybody. And Checkered Flag Auto Supply for helping out with league costs, and Josh and James for the league. And Tim Blum and Ryan O'Donnell, they're great teammates. We work together well, and it's a good time. Thanks.
There it is, Murdoch. He'll sleep in his own bed tonight because, well, it's just a couple hours up the road here to the Darlington Raceway, so he'll go back and snuggle up tight here tonight. Richard Murdoch, race fans, finishing P number 2 in a night that could have been his, but he'll have to give it another whirl at Watkins Glen next week. Sean Single, you finished third, though. You're standing by here with us, and, man, it looked like from the drop of the green flag here tonight, that truck looked good, and then all of a sudden you found the outside wall, and it didn't look so pretty no more.
Yeah, I got a couple stripes here, but the nice part was that it didn't slow the truck down at all, so I still had decent speed even when I know I was stationed, I think Jason Wells in like that second stint there, got into the wall and was able to catch back up to him. So
you were able to catch back up, and then it really all came right down to the wire here. Walk us through the thoughts. Was it already discussed earlier on here tonight that if a late race caution came out, you were going to stay out or come to pit road?
We were debating it back and forth, me and Blade out there, and honestly, I saw Max stay out, and I was like, well, I have fresher tires than Max, so that's the call, and I just cut it back to the right and stayed on the track.
You stayed out there. Were you thinking you had enough tires, though, left in this number 11 to go up there and battle for that win?
It was all dependent if I was able to get past Jason. I think if we maybe had one more lap there, I might be able to get to Max, give him a little bump, send him up the track a little bit. He already has 2 wins, so I'm not afraid of using the bumper, try and get a win here. I was actually beating Richard's door off just to get second.
Yeah, we saw you guys trading a little paint there, but I mean, you can't really damage that orange and blue paint scheme too much. They worked really hard with that back at the Trop.
Oh yeah, BK Paints puts out some great paints here, so I'm glad we have them on board.
Well, we can't wait to look forward to seeing what kind of paint job you have next week at Watkins Glen before we let you go. At least maybe celebrate a little bit of a podium finish here tonight. Who made this all possible?
First and foremost, I want to send my thoughts and prayers to the Grossi family. appreciate them hopping on board. I appreciate Nathan being in the car with us and everyone tonight. I really appreciate everyone, back at Rev Sports 2, Dalton, Mike, Blade, Tim, to make it all possible, all the sponsors as well, and then you and Josh and Richard and James as well.
There you hear it. The driver out of Ayer, Massachusetts will finish tonight in that third position. Had to really work for it as Richard Murdoch came out of nowhere at the end here tonight to take that spot away from him. But what a race it was here tonight at the Darlington Raceway. One caution flag coming with just 3 laps to go. And man, Nathan looking down upon us here tonight on his birthday, 33rd birthday here tonight, and we had to go to overtime to settle this one. I'm sure he's proud down looking upon the Bianchi and the Grossi family, along with all of the Red Light Racing family down here tonight, putting on weekly shows for all the race fans and families out there. Race fans for everybody, though, with the Nathan Grossi family, everybody with the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, and everybody with Red Light Racing. My name is Roger Muth with the Third 3 Racing Network. We hope you enjoyed tonight's program here from the Darlington Raceway. We hope everybody stays safe, and we will see you at the races.